Inserting a concealed zip. This is a concealed zip which is used in the side seam of a garment, the centre back of a dress or skirt, and for ladies' trousers. From the front of the zip, you can see that the teeth is not visible. It is nice and smooth. However, on the back of the zip, you can see that the teeth are locked together with a plastic stopper at the end. This is the foot you should be using to insert the concealed zip, which has 2 grooves for the teeth of the zip and 1 hole in the center for the needle. Always make sure that the zip is the correct weight for the fabric or the garment you will be using. Prepare the seam for your zip by stitching from below the zip line to the end of the garment. Lightly press a guide line with your seam allowances where you want to place the zip. Check that the zip is a minimum of 2 centimeters longer than the opening. Here you can see the teeth is curling to the inside. The curl will pull the material to the inside of the garment to create that invisible seam. Open the zip and place the right side of the zip to the right side of the garment. Note that the seam allowances on the zip and the fabric are pointing in the same direction. I am now pointing to the guideline on the material. Align the top of the zip to the top of the material. We'll be placing the right side of the teeth to the right side of the foot into the groove. Make a few stitches in place, then check that the curl of the teeth is aligned with the guideline on the fabric. Stitch in small bursts, checking frequently for the correct alignment from fabric to zip. Note that the zip is open to the bottom at all times. Stitch to the top of the seam as far as you can go. Then backstitch and remove from the machine. Then note that the opening of the zip is below the seam of your garment. The right side of your zip is now in place. Now we will insert the left side of the zip. Align the left side of the garment to the right side of the garment Perfect alignment will ensure that the zip meets together perfectly at the bottom. Align the curl of the zip to the guideline of the fabric. Place the left groove of the foot over the left teeth of the zip. Secure the first part of the zip in place and begin to align the curl of the zip to the guideline. Note that I'm uncurling the zip with my finger and stitching in small bursts, checking the alignment as I go. Note that the zip has remained open throughout. Stitch as far as you are able to. Ensure that you align the stitching of the zip to your seam line below. Backstitch if you are able to before removing from beneath the machine. Note that the zip is still open beneath the stitch line. Pull all threads through to the wrong side of the garment. From the wrong side of the garment you can see the gap with the zip. Now push the puller through and pull up to the opening, then turn to the right side and pull firmly upwards. Be careful not to tear the garment. You now have an invisible zip seam that runs in perfect alignment to the seam below the zip. Press away any seam pucker from the wrong side of the zip and lightly top press if necessary. The zip line and the seam insertion should be in perfect alignment